Last time on the Transformers Beast Wars podcast.
Hey, everybody, it's down!
And this is Eric.
It's Jacob.
This is Paul.
This is Steve.
This is Lauren.
This is Casey.
And you're listening to the Transformers Beast Wars podcast!
Which you can find at OptimusPrimecast.com.
This week, episode number 55.
The Scrapyard Sessions.
This week, a bag full of nerds sits in a Google Hangout and talks about Transformers with sexy results.
I'm not gonna stand here naked either and deny it.
I'm trying to run a program, gentlemen.
It's okay, man. It happens all the time. A lot of people close their eyes when they're trying to do something with me. It's just the way to go.
And for my second place, it would be the Rattrap Dinobot relationship.
Yeah.
End of story. Without Dinobot, Rattrap would not have grown. Without Rattrap, Dinobot would not have grown.
True.
They needed other to do.
I
We
I
needed
could
low
get you
road.
behind you on that.
We needed low road.
All right, so we're gonna say goodnight to.
No. You ain't gonna say that and not explain himself. What happens in the low road that has anything to do with that? What were they doing in that one?
well,
all I can think of is I know Rhinox farts, but what's going on?
I think low road. See, I watched it when it was still like playing, like just a Saturday morning or Sunday morning cartoon, and I would always catch low road. That was the first thing. I saw low road way too many times. I was like, why is this one episode playing all the time? But I got to not so much the farting. But I liked the back and forth between Rattrap and Dinobot. Like, think about it. Like, they were really going at it in that episode. Underground, punching tarantulas in the face because they're so busy arguing. Like, I love that part. Like, that was funny to me.
Now, one reason why I bring this up is you mentioned in your Dark Glass, I talked about this with you, Eric, in our interview before we did the episode. Not in the episode. That's where I talked about Dale, about Megatron has a thing for Dinobot. Not really a thing for him. He's the one that got away and Megatron owns him. That's that relationship right there.
Okay.
I mentioned in the current comics, they have a new relationship status for Transformers. Conjuncta Amica, which is basically best friends. Maybe it's a little stronger. It's a very serious, very formal friendship, from what I can say. From what I've seen, I don't know much about it. Well, hear me out. And then Conjuncta Endura, which is basically our form of marriage for them.
That's the one.
I honestly think that given enough time, Rattrap and Dinobot would have been Conjuncta Endura. I honestly do think they would have had a romance. They are such opposites and played off each other so well. And in the end, if you watch Rattrap, he will banter with everyone, but it's Dinobot specifically who every time he doesn't get a rise out of him, he reacts negatively. Every time Dinobot betrays them, Rattrap is hurt the hardest. And when Dinobot dies, and in Dark Glass, our fan episode of Dark Glass, Rattrap is devastated by all this.
Yeah, but you could say the exact same thing for someone who is like completely in a platonic type relationship. I don't think that it is a type of marriage. We're talking about guy in love. That's all that is. Like that. I'm looking at it. Guy in love. I'm your, I'm his.
Yeah.
There's nothing gay about it in these eyes.
I'm saying they could have easily built into that. I'm not saying it would have happened, but I'm saying out of all the relationships, I could have seen theirs being the strongest and most lasting. However, it ended up as,
Yeah, and.
If he puts it that way, then we can't argue with him.
You want to know how he knows?
It was platonic love. You know how I know.
Sorry,
Eric. I don't know what I'm getting into here. I'm surrounded.
Next on the list, Cheetor is psychic.
All right, no. Here. Final note. Here, hold on. Final note. You're wrong. I think that it is the first the first you said what was it? I'm sorry.
Conjuncta Amica, or best friends call it.
Yes. I think it's that.
Okay.
Because like we have a friend we call Big John. All right, he's 6'8" and like
And his name is John.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
huge. Okay. But we've been friends with him for a very long time. Both of us have gone through a lot of different things like in our lives with him there. And there was a point where he lived like not even 4 blocks away from me. So like occasionally, like when I was going through all my stuff or whatever, he'd just give me a call and say, "Hey, dinner?" I go, "Okay." Or he's like, "Hey, why don't you come on over?" And I'll just walk over there. We'd spend some time. We watch some TV or whatever, and then we'll go home. But then, like, he got a job working out in California for the fruit stand. And I'm not going to get into what that is, but if you could figure it out. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway. Okay. So anyway, so he moved to California. And like, even though I'm extremely happy for him, and I probably could speak for Dale for this, about this, but it's just not having him here.
It's painful.
On a level, it's extremely painful and almost devastating. But it's more of like now it's going to be virtually impossible to have those moments like we've had before.
Yeah.
Like Dale actually lived with him for several years, like as a roommate. Yeah. And so I could completely understand and sympathize a total bromance in between the two, but not a romance. And I don't think a romance would have developed because I mean, Dale and I have been friends for almost 20 years, and we're close. But I mean, nothing. Well, there was that one time in Michigan, but nothing ever really developed into it.
Eric, the way I see it,
never came of it.
Developing into the total bromance, but it could have potentially become the romance depending on the situation at hand. I don't.
Yeah. Here, Rat Trap knows a little joint where the waitresses have the removable breastplates or whatever.
Just a touch of radium.
Yep.
Touch of radium.
Giggity.
Probably Swerve's bar.
Yeah.
All right. Next topic.
However, homosexuality in robots has been in Japan.
That is fine
because Air Razor's a boy. Air Razor's a boy in Japan. So Tigertron. You guys knew about that, right? Or Jacob remembers because he heard it last week.
What?
But because they didn't want to bill Air Razor as a female because they didn't think that the toy would sell in Japan. So in Japan, so like in Japan, Air Razor's a boy, and when Tigertron and Air Razor start falling in love, the showrunner over there was just like, it happens. Wow.
And
that's just how it goes.
I'd like to make that clear. Like, I'm not against like.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like, it's not like it's not like being against the robophobe. It's not robophobia.
No, it's
is
not
what you're saying. It's not robophobic.
Right.
What it is just based on the characters and what's going on. So like we don't see. I don't know. I would see Dinobot as asexual. He doesn't like anything.
Right.
Yeah, he'd rather have cake.
He's I
mean, I could understand that because they're an awesome band. Have you heard their recent album? It's just amazing.
No, like the asexual symbol is a piece of cake.
Metal Gear. Yeah. Metal Gear Dinobot. That's what he is. He is a snake. Continuing his legacy.
Mm-hmm. Legacy, huh?
Yeah. the new Ford Focus, huh? In the commercial. Yeah.
No.
Look it online. There's a new commercial of Ford Focus, and it's Campbell and Snake, and they're talking on the
really?
Yeah, they're talking on the codec, and they're talking about the new Ford Focus. It's like.
Oh man,
Snake.
Is it David Hayter Snake or is it
David Hayter?
Really? Oh man.
All right.
Can you post that to the Facebook page?
Yes, I will.
Like, okay, cool. Just like make a note. I'm gonna watch that in the when I get home on my phone because my phone's dead. So I gotta go home and charge that thing, and then
Okay.
I drooled a little bit over that story.
Dog's officially dead on the favorite characters.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
we
let's,
Can
let's
we
move on.
and can we use brevity on this? Just rapid fire, go around. Least favorite character. No explanation. Just least favorite character. Who could you have seen? Just like
Okay.
that. This doesn't need to turn into an hour-long discussion again. But
I know.
Yeah.
I know mine.
Sorry. Dale,
man.
least favorite character.
Oh crap! I'm number 1.
Oh man.
If
If you want,
never. Cheetor. Done.
Cheetor.
Air Razor. I just didn't get into her character at all.
You jerk. Paul.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go Scorponaut.
Ooh.
The bushy brows killed it.
Yeah.
Did you notice them before we noticed them?
I did not notice it before you guys did.
Okay.
I always thought that his
It drives me
eyes
crazy
were
now.
over-accented.
Okay.
I never made the connection to a bushy brow until you guys mentioned it.
Okay, Steven.
I have to agree with him. Scorponok. He's my least favorite character. Yeah.
Okay, Lauren.
I have to say pterosaur. Sorry.
Ooh.
All hail Tailsaur.
Okay.
All hail
Yeah,
He's
Pterosaur.
not a big.
All hail.
He's not a big
All hail,
dark,
yeah.
deep metal, or was it black metal?
Yeah, black metal, yeah.
Okay. Casey.
Primal.
Ah.
Okay, I can totally get behind you.
What
I can
about
totally
guerrilla
get behind you on
warfare?
that, Casey. That was one good episode out of 52.
Yeah.
True that.
Come on.
And did you ever notice that he always got shot down every time he flew?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Here's the thing.
Casey.
Primal or Optimal Optimus?
Oh man,
Ooh.
All versions of Optimus got shot down every time he tried to fly.
that's a bad spark
Yeah.
right there. No matter what form.
It's gotta be a bad spark. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the rest of the Katy Perry song in order to do
No,
that.
that's
Taylor Swift?
That's Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we got
obviously.
bad spark. You know what it used to be? I don't know what I would stick in there. I'll rewrite
I'll
that
tell you what
later.
to stick in there. Okay. All right, Casey.
No, but between Optimus Primal and Optimal Optimus, I would take Primal. First Primal.
First
It's
Primal.
bad.
Worst.
The
Oh,
best.
what about
He was the
that?
best of the
Metal
3.
Primal was the worst. His face
Ew.
was bad. That
Yeah.
smooth metal purple gorilla face just
Blue
looked bad.
gorilla face? Yeah, gross.
Yeah, the Princess Leia hair.
Yeah, it looked like a He-Man. But whenever the original one's faceplate
Yeah.
went up, that
The
was
battle
awesome.
That was badass.
Yeah,
The masterpiece does that, Dale.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. I saw. Squee
Okay.
at all.
All right.
No,
I think we did that successfully.
which of the 3 Megatrons? Which of the 3 Megatrons is your
Two.
favorite? I'm 3 for me.
Yeah, the third one. I like the third one.
mm,
Transmetal 2, technically, because even though he wasn't Transmetal 2.
I would
Yeah.
have to go with either 1 or 3. Probably 1 over 3.
I'm gonna have to go with
So
4.
1/3.
Oh.
How did
No spoilers.
You haven't seen it yet.
All right. Paul, you're ejected for spoilers.
Yeah.
See, Casey knows better this time.
No, yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, you gotta know already that everybody's gonna get a new look for the new season.
Well, yeah.
Well, you know, I hate to say this, Paul, but
sorry.
spare the rod, spoil the
kick me out.
child.
I was waiting for you to reach
But
the
man,
button.
you're gonna-
Nope, you're done.
Yeah, the fourth design has some stuff going for it, but the damn toy.
I have that toy.
Ah!
I have that toy, and it sucks.
It's still in my
I
box.
sold the-
It's still in the box. I haven't
Right,
taken
right
out the
there in that
package
shoebox. Yes, sir.
since for 20 almost
Oh, sorry,
20
Eric.
years. I haven't taken it out.
I was so mad at the design of that toy that Eric had to take off his headphones because I was too loud. Sorry.
Also because of spoilers.
Best episode.
No, it's Cheetor Psychic.
Oh, is Cheetor psychic?
Oh.
Yes.
How do we want to do this one? Okay, we got a yes. We got a yes.
No.
All said yes.
No.
No.
All right, hold on. All right, not everyone's doing it at the same time. Steven, yes.
No.
Paul,
Yes.
he's psychic?
Yes, he is.
Yes.
I do believe
Steven,
so.
no.
Nah.
Lauren,
No.
Jacob.
No, he is so stupid and he guesses things miraculously correctly that it appears he's psychic, but no way is he
Casey
psychic.
with his big thumbs down.
Thank
Thank you, Casey.
I actually have an explanation why he's not.
Go for
Okay.
it.
You see people who react instinctively, they'll pick up patterns without realizing it, and they'll get deja vu or premonitions. That's not to say he didn't predict things and have psychic episodes. It's just he's unconsciously processing more than he's seeing.
Well, have you ever had a dream and then like a week later you like relive that dream?
That's basically what I'm saying he's doing.
Okay.
So
coincidental.
So Dale, Cheetor is not psychic. Ask me how I know.
Dang it.
Yeah.
It wasn't unanimous. It was not unanimous. We had 3.
Okay. Tie.
We had 3.
Well, Paul's disqualified because he spoilers. So,
I'll go first on the episode.
He's not a felon. We can't disenfranchise the man. If anything, he has to get 2 votes because he agreed with me.
All right. So 2-5. Cheetor's not psychic.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll let you have that vote.
That one.
But we got a whole club of guys that know the truth. We're like the Predacons. You can't keep us down.
Even jump. They don't.
No, but they're delicious.
Oh yes.
And now I'm hungry again. Oh, now I need eggplants. I need eggplants, hot sauce, and gyros.
Gyros with sports peppers in it.
Never had.
Freaking phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
It's one of those things.
Jacob, do it.
I've heard of
gyros.
this. I've heard of this.
Sport peppers.
Sport peppers. Okay, I'll do that. One of those things. It's one of those things where it's like I have trouble modifying the basic sandwich because it's just so good. It's like brie is such a good cheese that I hate putting anything on it or doing anything with it other than eating it
and yelling at it
like a cookie.
My girlfriend's name is Brie.
Eating it like a cookie.
She's delicious.
Yes. Take your word on that one.
Oil and cookie.
Oh man.
PG-13 guys. We're PG podcast.
Yes.
Favorite episode.
Slowly getting up. G episode. Now we're PG. Okay. So all right, Casey, take it away. Favorite episode.
Favorite episode of the series is Bad Spark. Favorite 3 episodes of you guys is episodes 10, 18, and the Bad Spark episode.
Ooh.
Guerrilla Warfare, Inferno's Introduction, and Bad Spark, because you two had so much fun with those first 2. And the third one, you're just like, what the hell? What the Inferno is going on here? You're freaking out. Like, what in the... So those are the top 3.
Nice. Okay. Nice. Thank you
Thanks for that.
All right, we'll go in reverse order. So, Lauren.
Favorite episode is the Agenda Part 2.
Ooh.
It had that awesome scene in Optimus Primal's office between him and Silverbolt that I just, for some reason.
Okay. Yeah.
You're grounded, Silverbolt.
That's the one.
But Optimus.
But Daddy, I love him.
Oh gosh.
Very nice.
Okay, Steven.
My favorite episode was Possession.
That's a good one.
Nice.
And also one of my favorite podcast episodes because I had started listening to you guys like really late, and then I went back and I said, what did they say about Possession? And I loved it, and you could tell you guys loved it. And again, it's a G1 in me. When I first saw that, I was like everybody else as a kid. What is this? Optimus Prime? Monkey? Blah, blah, blah. And then the minute that I saw that episode and I started putting two and two together, my jaw hit the floor. So, Possession. That's where it's at.
Nice. Yeah, that was really such a love letter to the fans.
Yeah.
That was like, we respect where you have been and we are going to meet you there.
Yeah.
Just pop in and say
let's
hi.
come.
I'm always safe.
Oh, hey.
Jenny.
Hi, Jenny. Hi, Jenny.
Come and say hi, Jenny.
Hi,
Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
What did you sing? What did you sing?
Safe, so don't mind
That's
me.
What did you sing on karaoke?
It's okay. What did you
Wait,
sing?
there was no
what's your song?
karaoke.
There wasn't any karaoke?
Geeky trivia.
No karaoke, just drinking.
She does realize what type of podcast we're doing, right?
Yeah.
So she did geeky trivia just like us.
Yeah. Geeky trivia, yeah. Nice to hear you.
Okay, so massive swear editing.
Sorry about that.
Mark there.
Yeah, we'll get some blaster, some quasar jamming sounds, and
We need Waspinair's confusion sound by Jacob for that.
Yeah.
Just a well-placed little
I wish
John.
he was able to make it.
Just a well-placed little John. Yeah.
I really wish Jacob could have made it tonight. It's kind of a bummer, but he's got things.
We're definitely
going
to do this again.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do it again. Okay, so Paul.
We're doing a favorite episode.
Yep.
Mine's gonna be Guerrilla Warfare because I just love BA Optimus Prime. Primal.
Bachelors and Associates.
Yeah.
Psycho Prime.
That's from my favorite story arc was probably Nemesis.
Okay.
Yeah, Nemesis was gorgeous. I loved that whole sequence. Like all three parts of Nemesis are just fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say, Eric. Because that wrapped up so tidy. It wrapped up super tidy. Like that the end of that last episode, it was what the whole show needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
All right. And Jacob.
I think favorite episode, and I think you guys are going to disagree with me on this, was Feral Scream Part 1, because that was the introduction of Dinobot 2. Now, just it's
okay, because if you were going to say it was the introduction to Cheetor, I was just going to get it. Let's go.
That was an unfortunate side effect. Unfortunate side effect of that experiment. No, honestly, that was the moment. And now I had watched the series from like really early on, maybe episode 2 or 3. I started watching it, so I was an original watcher, and that episode was when I was like, wow, this series just like, as a kid you don't know it, but as an adult you realize that's when the production value really got jumped up. They really started putting money into that show, and you could tell the animation was really good in that episode. I really liked the whole Frankensteinian part of it, and from the Tempest Fury, it was great writing.
Yes.
So that, for that reason, not the werewolf Cheetor. I was not too into that.
Yeah. Yeah. The opening of that episode was great.
Mm-hmm.
Like I dug that, and when I found out that Dinobot 2 was a thing, the thing on my shelf was gonna walk around and talk to me. That made me really, really happy.
I think that's the first episode where Cheetor mentioned Depth Charge's power pizzas.
Yeah.
No,
when I first saw Dinobot 2, I saw him on the shelves, and I looked at him. I said, "I don't want this thing." And then I saw the show, and I'm like, "I gotta get this toy."
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
You.
Oh, me.
Eric's up.
If I would have to choose a favorite episode, it would have to be. I don't know. It would either have to be. Oh God! I'm having a panic attack. It's Wells closing in. No, it would probably have to be a 3-way tie in between Possession, Code of Hero, and Dark Glass, because those three, like Possession, was just fun. Like Dale said, it was a love letter to the fans. They executed extremely well. They pulled it off. And then obvious reasons for Code of Hero and Dark Glass. So, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know the title of it. I can't remember it right now. It's the one where Tigatron quits.
Ah, that's a great one.
You remember when he loses his lady friend in the mountain?
Law of the Jungle.
And then he's like...
Law of the Jungle.
Yeah, and then he's like, forget it. I'm not doing it. And like that, like, because Tigatron, I forgot about him, but he is like such a great character.
Yeah, he's the character you love as an adult, but not as a kid. As a kid, he is not. He's low impact. He's real subtle, and he's just like, yeah, this guy's really noble, but you don't know what noble is as a kid. But as an adult, you really grow to appreciate him as a kid.
Yeah, now
as a kid, I love him because he was a white cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's a pacifist.
What was that, Steve? Steve, what did you
I
say?
said, now I'm 33 years old, and I'm sitting there going, man, Tigatron, he had it right. I want to stay out of the mess. Stay out of the mess. I love naps. Naps.
Yeah, but he was like a really great character, and I really loved him all through season 1. You know, like through everything that we had. Once he went away forever. Once he was gone.
Hey, I was right. He came back. Both of them came back.
For all of 20 seconds.
Your face is ish.
His voice definitely came back.
Yeah.
No, if you look at that episode, they are in fact there. Their bodies are there, and then their bodies merge to become Tigerhawk, and then they're yeah.
What's the next category?
Anyway, I'm done arguing with you guys. Next.
That was like a mega fusor. All right, do we do worst episode?
No, we didn't do worst episode.
Worst episode.
Really quick. We'll start from the bottom again. Casey, worst episode.
I can't think of any. I could think of many scenes I found boring as sin, but I really can't think of an episode that I hated.
Okay.
So, I mean,
All right.
Next.
it's always in this series. It's always with the way the writing went. It was a moment by moment issue for me.
True.
Point.
Okay.
All right.
Lauren.
Go with the flow.
Mhm.
Just
Lever.
lever.
Yep, lever.
Just
I'll go
No,
with that one. I'll pick one.
no amount of Archimedes could save that episode.
no. Well, and especially
Like-
now that I didn't realize it at the time, but now that I know that it was replaced or it replaced Dark Glass, it's like, it's just even more disappointing.
Yeah, it burns.
Mhm.
It burns.
What I did appreciate was that like so many of the gimmicks from Go With The Flow were in Dark Glass.
I
was
know.
like, why?
I know.
Why didn't this fan work for the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have made the next couple episodes that much more urgent. Like the one where Megatron
serious.
turns into a dragon, that was hinted at in this episode, and that would have been more.
Fun fact: Archimedes is such a. I'm gonna say bad, so I'm gonna edit it. Yeah, Archimedes was so bad that when he was prosecuted and was going to be sentenced by the Roman guard, when they arrived, he was busy working on drawings and stuff, and they told him, "We got to go," and he's like, "Okay, don't touch my circles," and then they carted him away. So it was just like, dude, like you're about to just be taken and destroyed, like killed because of what's the
Science.
thing when you do against the
Heresy.
For heresy,
For
yeah.
heresy,
For
yeah.
being a heretic.
Or science.
You know, and but yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right. So we got
Steve.
who
Me.
was Paul?
My least favorite episode was Dark Glass. Because they didn't make it.
They didn't make it.
Oh, okay.
angry.
Okay. Good save. Good save. Good save.
I don't know. I just
Put that out as the teaser. Just cut it off there. I'll reenact it with my toys later when I get my Dragon Megatron.
Paul, what was your least favorite?
I'm gonna have to go with
Worst.
the episode where Cheetor gets transported through the energon crack.
Oh yeah, that was the mutually assured
should have just
destruction
stopped with
episode.
the episode where Cheetor.
Oh, it didn't carry on? That's what he's putting those hosts into the ground, and he gets teleported to the dark side.
Pterosaurus bad day.
Pterosaurus bad day, yes sir.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my least favorite episode.
Yeah, and Optimus smells the CD. Right?
Cheetor
Yeah.
scent.
Smells like Cheetor.
I don't have many CDs in my house that smell like me.
Yeah.
It smells like
Seriously.
Steve. I can smell him.
Jacob.
All right. My least favorite episode is it's really a least favorite episode because there's a couple scenes in there that just don't jive. It's Changing of the Guard. It's the episode where Rattrap's in the submarine, and that whole the Rattrap in the submarine thing felt very episode of the week. It really was a root, but there were major things that happened in that episode, so it's like I can't really hate on the whole episode, but that whole sequence of him in that little like a gyrosphere, like an old ancient like submarine, just an orb. It just I wasn't into it. I thought it was dumb, but I mean the show's great. It's hard to pick a least favorite episode, but that would be it.
Yeah.
Well, we've all seen this. We've all seen the first three Star Wars movies, episode 1, 2, and 3.
Unfortunately.
And,
What are you talking about? 1, 2.
You mean by which you mean Star Wars Empire Jedi, right? 1, 2, and 3.
Episode 1, 2, and 3.
I don't know anything about all
There are what's interesting about it is, he said, we're talking about Beast Wars and we're talking about certain pieces in Beast Wars that we don't like. And there are a lot of pieces to those Star Wars movies that I do not like.
Yeah.
Sure.
But, you got a Darth Maul fight. That's awesome. You got a final fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, that's a high ground.
Sprinkles of fun.
5 minutes. 5 minutes out of 2 hours.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
We had Clone Wars.
No, but, episode 3 made up for it. Episode 3 made up for the Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars series was good. You're talking about what? 6
Oh, I mean, like
seasons of
I haven't
apology.
seen any of that.
You didn't see that.
I haven't
There was
seen
a whole
it
podcast
at
just
all.
for that.
there was some good stuff in the Clone Wars series, but I mean, like Revenge of the Sith made up for the Clone Wars movie.
Attack of the Clones?
Both of them. Yeah, the Attack of the Clones and the Clone Wars movie was
You
garbage.
mean the whack of the clones? But anyway, the point I was trying to say is that
three
with
episodes
Beast
of the
Wars,
show.
there are certain parts of it that just sometimes they can get patchy, and there's like something you really like from something, and then the next thing you know, Dinobot's running into a tree and he's flattened like a pancake, and it's like
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The one that sticks out in my head the most is the Low Road.
Yeah.
Just because there's just so much like
It's so
really?
epically bad. It really is.
Yeah, there's some fun parts, like like Steve was mentioning like the whole interaction with Dinobot and Rattrap there, and the fight, and they both punch Tarantulas, and yeah, there's some funny moments, but for the most part, it's just all.
Interestingly enough, I teach fifth grade. If I was going to pick an episode to show to my fifth graders, it might be the farting episode to get them into the series.
Yeah,
might do it. That might do it.
Yep.
Kids love farts.
Right. I don't know. Kids are sophisticated. They would appreciate
They do. I already told you.
I think.
Well, no. According to Dale's last,
my kid loves
the episode that we published yesterday, this week's episode, they don't, because what Dale was saying.
What did I say yesterday? I haven't heard it yet.
Your kids hiding the blankets and stuff on the bed.
I'm
gonna fart.
I was gonna sit here and fart. Yeah. Well, they don't like that, but my 2-year-old still. She'll just be sitting there at the dinner table. I farted.
Okay.
Like, that's wonderful, sweetheart.
Going off of that, I'm going to do that rating I mentioned earlier. Now,
okay. What about my episodes?
What's episode, Dale?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I do have two. The runner-up. The runner-up for my least favorite Beast Wars episode is the one, I don't know any of the titles, is the one where Rhinox becomes a Predacon for a day.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Dark Designs.
Episode of the
That's a good episode.
I enjoyed that one.
Gothanox?
Yeah, Gothanox. Yeah, Rygoth. But in all of my watch-throughs, the one that I always dread watching is the one where they're stuck in beast mode the whole time.
The Crow, Cybertron City.
I'm just trying to... You're
talking about the one where Megatron goes on the Great Hunt, and he's got like the elephant gun.
Yeah. The one where
I don't mind that one. I didn't really like the
Wild.
POV shots of like the swinging through the trees and stuff like that. That's kind of cheesy, but it was an alright episode. Not one of my favorites for sure, though.
Your podcast.
It was one of those like
episode review of that show was great, though.
Thank you, Lord.
Rhinox pick up a whole tree or something in that episode.
Okay. Hey, going off my rating for the series. Okay, I have to break it down into two parts and add them together. From a 0.0 to 5.0, I'm giving the series as a whole a 2.5. It's not a very good series. We get fantastic characters out of it, which didn't happen up until that point, really. You know, the storyline is a Doctor Who episode. Let's be honest. Time travel, saving the world from ancient aliens. It's Doctor Who.
Put Megatron Spark back.
Yeah.
Casey.
However,
Casey, I'm calling foul on you because you said ancient aliens, but you didn't go this.
right. However,
aliens.
I have to bump it up 2 more points, full points to a 4.5, because every series we have had to date that came after has been influenced by this show.
Yeah.
The Spark.
The
unique characters that are more than just a gimmick and a name. Characters with personalities. Actual personalities.
Yeah, and the characters even come back. You know, like they get yanked into the new aligned continuity and everything. It matters.
So, I mean, this series has given us so much.
That's not spoilers, Eric.
It goes from a 4.5 to a 4.5. You know, I mean, it really has given us massive amounts and done so much. That's why it's so beloved, despite having a pretty cruddy story altogether, you know? It's the characters.
I think the story was good. I think the story was good. The execution was where it struggled. I would argue that the execution is where it struggled because of limitations put on them by toy companies, whether or not an American or like a North American audience, an English-speaking audience, could deal with it. Anime wasn't really a mainstream enough thing. This is in the U.S. You know, in English-speaking areas, you know, there was like a whole nother level of sophistication happening in the East as far as animation
and also,
goes, but we didn't have
also
that.
To that point, we also have to remember that this was a show that was selling product, and they did a very tasteful job of incorporating different toy lines. Oh, there's these trans metals. Figure out how to make this work. And then the writers are sitting there scratching their heads going, all right, how are we going to make this actually work without just throwing them metal bodies out of nowhere? Oh, let's pull on the block. And, so yeah.
We do have to think
to that point.
The tech to a certain extent. If they had just gone normal animation, this would have been G1 all over again. Let's be honest. It really would have. Because they had to limit the number of characters, the cast totally, is because of the CG is the reason why we got what we got.
I don't think that's a bad thing either. I think having a smaller cast benefited the show greatly.
Oh, yeah. And that's why it saved the story because we got characters versus gimmicks.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, I think the packaging of the toys, they each had a little bio and whatnot, and I think they actually included the story from the show on that.
Eventually they did.
Yeah, initially they didn't, but by the second season, by the Transmetals and stuff, you read the bio on the package, and it actually did explain what was going on in the show.
Because I'm tired of the package of Tarantula saying he was a ninja. He was not a darn-blasted ninja. I was like, his ninja skills. He's not a ninja! Sorry.
I cut out the cards from the original package.
There you go.
I have those too.
That's awesome. We all heard you digging through them.
I just find what you're looking for.
All right, here you go. Ready? Optimus Primal. I'm just going to read his. All right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Function, Maximal General. Move over, King Kong. Optimus Primal is ready to rock. The heroic leader has biogenetically re-engineered his body structure into our gargantuan robotic gorilla. Cybernetically fused musculature has enhanced strength to super-powered levels. Shoulder-mounted Mega Blast missile cannons launch devastating attacks on foolish Predacon invaders. When they force him to fight, they force him to win.
It doesn't say anything about him slinging poop. Nothing about him slinging poop.
What I want to bring up one last thing. I have a gift to our group. Okay, in the Facebook group, all your fans. After listening to your opinion of the final episode, Eric, I started to wonder how would I rewrite Beast Wars. I have a synopsis on Google Documents, which I've written up, and there's a link on Facebook. I'll relink it so everyone can find it, which is open to the entire group to edit.
We just like a group document.
This is going to be the worst case of telephone ever.
One of my rules for it is you put your initials and however you put your notes on there, so we know who's doing the edits, so we can have a discussion about it. But
that sounds like
I
fun.
have not ended my rewrite. I don't know how the series should end. I don't know how the box should be involved. So I've left that completely open to everyone, And I'm sorry, Dale, you're going to hate me for this. Cheetor doesn't get his Transmetal form.
Oh.
But I have
thank you for doing that, Casey. That's really awesome.
And I've actually made his character good.
That is yet to be seen.
So what I'll do tonight, before I go to sleep tonight, I'll re-link it and everything, so it's at the top of the comments list. So that way everyone can go in and just say, hey, and then everyone can go in and we can see if we can make this show better, like to modern standards.
Dude, I would love a Beast Wars reboot so much.
Thank you. Thanks for doing that, Casey, and putting that up there. It sounds like really awesome, a really fun thing to do. We'll have to check it out. As far as like the ending of the series or how to end it or whatever, I had a afterthought after watching it and having a couple of like weeks after seeing it and everything and doing Dark Glass. When they leave, right? We have Megatron strapped to the roof and everyone's going off and everyone's having a good time or whatever. Yeah, we're going back to Cybertron. What if? And this, if you know anything about me and you've listened to the series, like I guess I have this weird, twisted, dark. I have issues apparently, but the way that I end up, like what popped in my head is that when Optimus Primal is like, "Okay, guys, we're going home," in reality, he was just gonna like fly into the sun or something. Because it's like, okay, all right, we failed to get the spark back in there. We weren't able to rescue any of the other stasis pods that are still floating around. We weren't able to fix the arc and get everything back to normal. If we go back to Cybertron, there's so much like paperwork I'm going to have to do to fix this. We already know that Optimus doesn't like doing things, period. So his solution to the problem is like, okay, guys, we're all going home. Get into your stasis pods. Go to sleep. Everyone go to sleep.
Fearless leader.
Now it's time to fly into the sun so nobody knows
Oh,
anything.
fearless leader, come on! I don't want to. I don't want to go back in the pod.
Don't put me back into the pod here. But yeah,
what's in the pod? What's in the pod?
Like euthanasia.
But has anybody seen the clip of because you just mentioned this, Eric? Has anybody seen the clip of Optimus Primal actually putting?
Lauren actually posted that on the Facebook page.
It's on YouTube.
It's in the extras.
Yeah,
it's in the extras.
DVDs.
Which we have not done.
Yeah,
yet.
we haven't watched them yet. We should What do you guys think? Should we do an episode on those?
No.
Why not?
Is there that much?
If you have the Shout Factory set, it doesn't have a whole lot of extras. If you have the older one, the Rhino, which is probably not the one you have, that one has more extras.
Okay, that's probably it then.
But it's on that one, and there's a few other stuff. But
we do have the Remembering the Spark featurette, original making of Beast Wars documentary. So there's
you have more stuff than I do.
So and then there's something else. There's a featurette on the season 1 set that we have too.
Maybe we'll do something kind of similar like this, where we'll put it on the TV, we'll screen cap it, or we'll screenshot it, or record the screen. Something with the screen and the movie and the stuffs.
We'll get a camera and a VCR. We'll get the camera and the VCR. We'll make a movie of us watching the TV.
Yeah,
Galaxies.
We'll do the watching thing with the talking.
Yeah.
We'll do a live commentary as we watch it. And we'll publish it that way, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It'll be, what are we watching?
All right. So, Casey, Dale has a question for you before
thank God.
you go.
Yeah. When you were on the show before, you had something to say about the VOC that we couldn't let you say because of Eric.
Okay. According to
here we go.
I've been waiting months for this, man.
The creators have theories about the VOC. One, which is the more lame option, is that they are what all sentient life evolves into eventually. And they're just kind of trying to speed up evolution on Earth. Number two ties into G2. I don't know much about this, but apparently there was something in G2 called the Swarm, which is a big bad,
yes, I remember the Swarm.
Enemy type thing. And the VOC are what the Swarm eventually evolved into, and they're trying to force humanity to evolve faster to prevent the sheer amount of damage the Swarm would cause.
Oh,
That's
wow.
deep.
I like the second
That's
one.
some deep cuts right there. Deep
Yeah.
diver.
But there was nothing ever really officially dictated about that. It's just, these were the two creator fan fictions. And like I said, the first one's kind of lame. The second one makes more sense, only if you know the comics, though.
Did Cheetor foresee this?
He can't control it. It's like the Dead Zone, Yeah. Unfortunately, though, as he does it, didn't Christopher Walken's powers eventually kill him?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
That'd
don't
be such a
remember
bummer.
that movie at all.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let me see. Is there anything else that we need? We did characters. We did bad episodes. We did good episodes. We did new stuff we noticed. I talked about it. The ship still doesn't look like Laserbeak. Rat Trap is awesome.
And posted.
And Scumbag Optimus.
Reposted for everyone. So I just copied and pasted.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thanks for that, man.
Yeah.
It was fun. It really is fun. Because I was trying to think of what would make a character good and give some better... To give you guys a hint of one of my changes, Earth doesn't have too much energon. It has not enough.
Ooh.
The beast modes are experimental tech to handle low energy resource locations.
Dang.
I'm going to have to check this out. I'm going to look this up. I'm going to go read that.
Yeah, that's kind of like in the comic book.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They make the maximal form to reduce energon usage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I never got to read
And
the
I guess
Beast Wars
that would
comics.
explain why all the beasts are eating things like Rat Trap's eating actual apples.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He has a thing for cheese, cookies.
But why?
Beans.
I still.
Yeah, the beans.
Did anyone else notice that little spinning cheese icon in that episode?
Like a million
Rat Trap?
times, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Why?
Because I was 13 years old.
He just customized his desktop, and let's leave it at that.
Because Earthican culture had like infiltrated Cybertronian culture, and like 300 years later, it's just there.
Actually,
don't you dare say it. Don't you dare say it.
Do you know how I know?
He said it.
Hey, actually, that ties into Depth Charge and Rampage. From what I've heard, supposedly many of Depth Charge's friends that were eaten and killed by Rampage were human.
Oh, wow.
That's why they tasted so good?
Hey, man,
humans,
I've never had human, but I've heard it's delicious.
Heard it tastes like pork.
You have to understand, in G1, humans were becoming very central to the war. That's why Megatron's original plan was to annihilate us. And then secondary was to take out the Ark. Well, if you think about it, we became so symbiotic with Cybertron. In 300 years, you would have, human Cybertronian relationships always,
Well, yeah, I mean, even by season 4, you had the headmasters and the target masters.
Arguably, you can say that the Pretenders. Everybody remembers the Pretenders.
Yeah.
Awesome group. They had several top hits in the 80s. Sure, there was a couple of covers there, but they're pretty good in my opinion. Pretty solid group.
And that group,
thanks for noticing that. Nobody.
And that group led to the Maximals and the Predacons. It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Obama out.
Is that legit what you were going to say about the Pretenders?
No, I was going to say that but there was a link, not with the band, but organically, they're starting to play around with mixing organics, and then from that point on, it's like, okay, well, let's see how we can do it. I mean, if you guys remember in the original series, the Headmasters, it was his name was Brainstorm. He was a headmaster. But before he became a headmaster, he was working with Daniel and Hot Rod, and he was like, I wonder if there's a way to mix the organic with the metallic. And so it's all
techno-organic?
Techno-organic, so there was a little bit of that tie-in, the synth.
Wasn't that a Beasties Boys album?
Beasties Boys? The Beasties Boys, Grandma? But yeah, we had the Headmasters and they had the Target Masters, and it was because the Autobots natively weren't quite all the way able. They couldn't be all that they could be.
I mean, I personally, prefer my bots non-GMO.
But yeah, no, seriously, you have that merger. You have there's certain things, other things that tie in. The Insecticon.
Yeah, they put Autobot Spike. You remember Autobot Spike?
Yeah,
they put Spike. Yeah, they put Spike inside of a Frankenstein.
Yeah, do you realize?
And the Frankenstein movie makes an appearance in that show.
So what is it? Is it
Iron Man 2 when the guy's in the Iron Man suit, it just twists around and just snaps his spine. Autobot Spike. There's no way that he could transform in that thing like he did in the movie. Like, are you kidding me?
The only thing I could think of is that scene where it was a Treehouse of Horrors when Bart creates the prince out of the frog, and it evolves, and it's just he's just like vomiting all over the place.
Yep.
Anyway, and on that note,
yeah. I mean, we're gonna have a lot to talk about with the techno and the organic, or the techno-organic as it was, in upcoming episodes of the soon to be christened Transformers Beast Machines podcast.
Do you want to do an
unopened? Yeah. You guys are here.
Yeah, why not?
You guys are here. We'll unbox this thing. We haven't even opened it.
Are you guys going to change the name of the podcast, or is it still going to be Optimus Primecast?
It's still going to be Optimus Primecast, I believe.
We're going to have the. Oh man, we're wrestling with a couple of different things. I think this feed will still stay open. This feed will stay here. I don't know if we have to have a different feed for Beast Machines. I don't know if I want to, but we got to figure out, because the thing is, we got so much great interaction with you guys on the Facebook page and stuff. I'd like to see it grow. I'd love to see us having way too many people.
Well, I mean, what's nice is that this is really the first time that I'll be able to watch with you guys, because previously I just caught up all at once and then watch the show in a weekend. I was just like painting and I watched the show. But like this time, I'll take my time with it, and you get a certain satisfaction about watching it once per week instead of binging the show. It changes the way it feels. And
that's how I agree.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
So like, this is only my second time through Beast Machines, and I'm looking forward to it, honestly.
This will be my very first. I've gotten like 6 episodes in, and then like the YouTube links dried up, and it was never on. And it was never on the Netflix.
Well, let me just say that I like y'all a lot, and I'm not going to say anything about Beast Machines, but I like Beast Wars.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I like Beast Wars too. But and the thing is like, okay, cool. So we got the thingy. How many discs is this? Oh, it's falling apart already. We lost the second disc.
Cheetor's fault.
This show, the DVDs. No, Steve's watching. Like, let's get out of here.
No, don't leave.
But while Dale's doing that, like,
it's gorgeous. Oh, all the discs are the same.
Oh, there's no individual.
There's no
art
spoilers. There's no spoilers on the discs.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Like that random like bright red Cheetor at the end of
I mentioned this
in Dinobot
Facebook.
2.
There are some rules to follow. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No
rules.
Cheetor second.
Voice actors for the characters who did not like Beast Machines because they felt the characters did not follow a proper story arc. They think that they weren't written correctly. They're wrong.
Okay.
However, here's the thing. When you watch it, you have to remember a few things. One, the environment they're in is drastically different. Two, I will have to reveal after you watch episode 1 because this actually is core to episode 1. I'm sorry, I really do.
Okay.
And 3,
thank you for holding back the spoiler.
3, they're going through a massive change, and I mean massive. So it's affecting the way they think. So remember, they are honestly acting the way the character would, taking all those considerations into effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Steve, have you taken into consideration that the writers had said that they wanted this show to be a religious statement? Did you know about that?
No, I didn't. I just knew. Yeah, I knew as a kid. I don't like Bob Skir. Rule number 2 is Eric.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sorry. Technically, with the way the continuity is so strong in the series, almost every episode can be considered a cliffhanger.
Oh yeah. With Beast Machines,
and that's one thing people hated about the series is that continuity is so strong that
you couldn't miss an episode, and that's what happened when I was watching it to begin with. I missed like one episode, and then I had no idea what the heck was going on.
I can understand that, and I could get behind that, and I could get angry about that. But being that we have the DVDs here, there's not going to be a time where I'm going to miss a week,
don't let that pseudo cliffhanger per episode thing like hold you back, because a lot of people did. Partly because they would miss an episode and it would ruin an arc because they missed.
Yeah, I stopped watching it on TV because of that.
Those are the 2 major issues. Remember the conditions that they're in and all of it, and you will actually see the characters are acting in character. And remember that the continuity is almost too strong. And please don't let those ruin the experience and color the show for you, because quite honestly, the series is extremely good. It's just a little overdone, you know? Beast Wars is undercooked. Beast Machine's a little overcooked.
Long sigh. I respect you. I respect you all. That's all I'm going to say about that. I respect I respect you.
It's funny because Dale said that he stopped watching because he missed an episode. I stopped watching because I watched the first episode. The first time through, I didn't. This show, I didn't make it when it was on TV. I was like, I watched the first episode. I was like, nope, this is not it for me. And I didn't watch it until it came out on DVD.
Oh no, I gave it every chance. I mean,
I couldn't. You're a better man than I, because I could not even give it a chance.
I'm a Transformer fan, man. Good and bad. There were 3 obsessions in my house. My father was Battlestar Galactica. My mother was James Bond, and and I was Transformers. And every time I mentioned Beast Machines, my mother would mention Roger Moore because she was the fan. And every time
in my house, every time I mentioned Beast Machines, my mama would go.
I go to the Beast Machines.
Yeah.
It's to each his own.
I think it's funny that, like, you know, for the first series, you have Beast Wars. It's me with like a whole bunch of Dales listening to the show, and from what I could gather from this conversation and other conversations that I've had offline or online, not here, is that it's gonna be Dale and a whole bunch of Erics.
Yeah,
tearing this series to shreds. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. Like the Beast Wars series and watching it specifically like this with Dale has been amazing. And part of that is you guys. I mean, specifically you guys and everyone else that's listening that couldn't make it tonight because that is logistically impossible and a nightmare.
Yeah, but mostly you guys.
But
thank you.
But yeah, I mean, like, super thank you guys for joining us tonight, for interacting with us on the Facebook, leaving comments, like listening, like just being there.
Yep.
Like, you guys make it super fun and awesome to do this show and make it extremely rewarding as a whole. Yeah, we were going to be doing this anyway, but like, I mean, it's evolved so much from just, as I said a few times before, it's evolved more from, you know, just hanging out with, you know, a buddy of mine talking about his show to our show with our crew. And like from the bottom of my heart, if I'm speaking for you, yeah.
From the upper third of mine.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
I've looked for Transformers review shows. They don't exist. If they do, it's about the latest toy or a brief blurb about the latest series.
That's true.
It's not an actual review. We've never had anyone actually take the time to deconstruct it and tell us, this is good, this is bad, and here's why.
Yeah, I'm real pumped to see where you guys go with this, especially in the Prime. Prime is going to be. That's all you got to say. That's all you got to say.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Everybody's like, "Ooh, Prime."
To hype you up, Eric. Prime is good.
Okay.
Of Beast Machines and Beast Wars, and even better ideas.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get to it because we made the decision that we are going to be moving on to Prime as well in the series. So
awesome.
I hope you guys stick around through the heartache that is going to be Beast Machines.
Hey, even if you're not gonna watch Beast Machines again, you know, hopefully you're still gonna listen to the show.
I'll listen to the show. I'm considering just renting it. I showed my girlfriend the first episode of Beast Machines, and she had a similar reaction. But
yeah, I had the same reaction, but I'm actively opening my mind.
She went into anaphylactic shock. We had to go to the hospital. It was brutal.
But to make a twist on an old saying from Transformers, till all are watched.
Oh man, I like that. I want a T-shirt that says that.
Eric, seriously, you created your tagline for the series. Period.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Seriously, yeah, till all are watched.
Awesome.
Oh man!
Thank you very much, Stephen, for that. Yeah, everyone, thank you for joining us. In the meantime, I've
been Dale.
Okay, fine. I've been Eric.
I've been Paul. Else time.
I've been Steve.
I'm still Lauren.
I'll always be Casey.
Nice.
And you have been listening to the Transformers Beast Wars podcast,
which you can find at
OptimusBroadcast.com.
Yeah. Excellent show, you guys. We are the 3-hour mark. No promise that this will be one episode.
It's all good.
No promises that this is going to be one episode.
Just so proud to be a part of it.
But you guys are, man. You guys are like, oh man, you guys make me super, super happy. And thank you so much. Excellent show. High five.
Awesome.
Let's do it again.
Yeah,
ready? 1, 2, 3.
Dude, why are we so bad at this?
1, 2.
I won't move. All right. You gotta look at my elbow. You gotta look at my elbow when you do it.
It's something that's going on.
All right. Tarantulas got us, right? That was Tarantulas down there?
Yeah.
Transmetal Tarantulas, high five. Yeah, he's got high threes, though.
High threes.
Like high twos? No, he's got a thumb. He's got the thumb like this. It's like one of those. Oh, and a fist bump?
Fist bump.
They got the Combiner Wars fist